Hello there, and welcome back to another Let's Walk and Talk episode. Today, the topic of discussion is sleep hygiene, which is actually a very important topic. It really is. We actually underestimate just how important sleep hygiene is. If you think about it, if you're tired or not getting enough sleep, it's inevitably going to affect how you feel in yourself. It's going to affect how you feel about the day, how you see the day, how you cope in the day. If you're sleeping well and you're having good night's sleeps every night, you will feel the benefit of it. You'll feel healthier, you'll feel better in yourself, and you'll find it so much easier to cope each day with anything that comes along, especially in this day and age when life is so busy. It's so manic and so hectic, and then we've also got technology, we've got phones and computers. There's so much going on that for a lot of us, our sleep can just be all over the place. We're on our phones till late at night. We look again, it's 1, 2 in the morning, and we're getting up early, rushing about, getting to work, having long, busy days. It's not really a healthy way to live or be. So it's important to really get on top of our sleep hygiene in order to really improve how you feel in yourself and improve the quality of the life that you have. So what exactly is sleep hygiene? What does it entail? What is it? What is it? Sleep hygiene is basically the routines and the habits that you have that's connected to sleep. It's what you do before you wake up each morning. It's what you do leading up to going to bed. It's the routines and the habits you have going to bed. These are all things that build up sleep hygiene. It also has a lot of other factors, like the environment that you sleep in. For example, the lighting in your room. Is the light too bright? Does it affect your sleep and the quality of sleep that you have? It's how hot or cold your room is. It's the comfort of your bed that you sleep on. All these factors shape sleep hygiene. Not having adequate sleep, especially over a long period of time, really does increase the risk of certain types of diseases. It really does. It's quite scary that how important it is that we get enough sleep. So if we don't have that enough sleep, if we're constantly tired, especially over a long period of time, it does increase the risk of certain diseases. And these are diseases such as type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, dementia, stroke, hypertension, cognitive impairment, depression, anxiety, stress. It's a big contribution to stress. Mood disorders, anxiety, IBS, gut-related issues, obesity and weight, certain types of cancer, memory loss. It just goes on and on and on. Not having enough sleep can even increase clumsiness and can also result in you becoming more accident prone. You can get more colds, infections, viruses and bugs. You can feel more run down and have a poor immune system. It can actually affect your vision and cause headaches. It can cause you to make poor decision making and poor choices. It causes fatigue, psychological stress, hallucinations and paranoia. The list just goes on and on. So as you can tell, not having good sleep hygiene or not getting enough sleep each night really does have a negative effect on us. So I want to share with you some hints and tips on how you can improve your sleep hygiene. My first big tip, which I think is a very important tip, is to create and maintain a realistic and achievable bedtime routine. And this is so important. This is like the hour before you go to bed, at least a good hour or so before you go to bed. I'm going to share with you my old routine. Before, I used to just watch telly. I would sit there watching telly, eating snacks. I used to actually eat a lot of snacks in the evenings and watching telly till at least 12 o'clock, whatever it was. Then I'd go and lay in my bed. Out comes the phone. I'll start playing games on my phone, scrolling the internet, Googling this, Googling that, searching this, searching that, watching YouTube videos. I'll look again and it'll be like 1:30, 2 in the morning, and I'll be like, oh damn, it's so late. Put my phone down, then I'll lay there, close my eyes and hope to fall asleep, and I'd always toss and turn, toss and turn. Couldn't get to sleep, and most nights I was averaging, I'm not exaggerating, I must have averaged about between 4 to 5 hours sleep most nights. And eventually, over time, it really got to me. I started getting depression. I was anxious all the time. I got really bad anxiety. I was exhausted. I felt like I had a constant chronic fatigue flare up. I was miserable. I was getting anything, the colds, flus, bugs, anything that was going around, I was getting it. I had poor health, no energy. I was grouchy. I was depressed. And I didn't know what was causing it. I didn't actually put two and two together that it was my sleep hygiene, that I had no sleep hygiene basically. And I just couldn't understand what was wrong. I kept going back and forth to the doctor saying, something's not right, there's something's not right, I'm depressed. I was put onto antidepressants. My doctor said maybe it's your perimenopause. So I got put on patches, on the HTR patches. It was one thing after the other, trying to figure out what was wrong with me, because I thought something seriously was wrong. My anxiety literally was through the roof, to the point where I was sleeping with a knife under my pillow because I was paranoid of being murdered in the night. It was awful. I was tired, just so tired all the time. So I was drinking so much coffee to try and keep myself awake, but it wasn't doing anything. Anyway, because I'd done this over such a long period of time. Then one day I started reading up about sleep hygiene, and I started learning about it. And then I did a few free courses on sleep hygiene, and I got my certificates for it. And that's when I really realized, wait a minute. The penny dropped. That's when I realized, that's why I'm so run down all the time. That's why I feel like I can't cope during the day, why I'm so ill, why I'm picking up every bug that's going around, why I constantly feel like I'm on a 9 to 5, 24/7 chronic fatigue flare up. That's why I'm so anxious. I've not been having any sleep hygiene. My sleep's all over the place, and it really was the penny dropping for me. And then when that penny dropped, I just dived even more into sleep hygiene. I wanted to find out everything about it. I read every book I could find on sleep hygiene. I watched YouTube videos. I did more courses. I've got so many courses and certificates in sleep hygiene. It's unbelievable. I just wanted to find out. I wanted to learn more about it, because all of a sudden it was making sense why I was feeling the way I was feeling. And then I started making changes. I thought, right, I'm going to make some changes. So I really put these changes into place. I thought, right, bed no later than 12. No later than 12 p.m. Come 11 p.m. each night, that's it. Telly goes off. No phone, no telly, no screen time. So I didn't realize the effect that actual screen time has on your sleep. So what I do now, it comes 11 o'clock at night, my telly goes off. My phone, I don't go on my phone. I'll say my good nights to my family and to everyone, and then what I'll do then is I'll get my puzzle books, because I love doing crossword puzzles and Sudoku and things like that. Or I may get a book and read a book. I may do journaling. I'll get my arts and crafts stuff out, and I'll do arts and crafts. I'll do anything that doesn't involve a screen, and I'll do that for at least from 11 o'clock till about 11:45. Come to about 20 to 12, 11:45, that's when I'll get up, I'll lock everything up, lock the house up, make sure Barney is sorted and he's all sorted for the night, and I'll go and jump into bed, turn the light off, do my last toilet for the night, blah 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 blah, so that by 12 o'clock my lights turned off, I'm already in bed, I've said my prayers, and I'm ready for sleep. And I started doing that, and from making these changes, from having an actual bedtime routine that I stuck with and a new bedtime habits, from doing this, my sleep improved. I went from going from about 4 to 5 hours sleep each night. I'm now getting between 7 to 8 hours every night. No word of a lie. I'm getting between 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. I'm feeling more energized. I'm feeling better. My health has really improved. I don't have anxiety as much as I used to. My depression is almost gone. I'm feeling so much better in myself. My energy, I'm out walking all day. I'm doing this. I'm busy doing that. I'm always on the go. I've just got so much energy. And yeah, it's really improved the quality of life that I have. It's improved my health, just from having a good bedtime routine. So that's my first tip: have a good bedtime routine, which is basically having good sleep hygiene. It all comes together beautifully. Sleep hygiene, bed routines, it's all part of it. My next big tip is to have a good morning routine. Do you know that morning routines are just as important as bedtime routines? It really is. And do you know that if you wake up between 6 a.m. or 8 a.m., between those times, that's a perfect time to wake up, because you'll feel fresh and ready for the day ahead. But if you wake up anytime after 8, especially after 9 a.m., from 8 to 9 a.m. onwards, if you lay in, you'll actually find that you feel more sluggish and drained during the day. And think about it. Think about when you've had lay-ins. Have you ever found yourself having a nice long lay-in in the morning and you think, oh, I've had a good lay-in, I'm going to feel all good today. And then you keep finding that you're tired, you're drained, you feel sluggish. You may even say to yourself, I don't understand it. I had a lay-in, so why am I feeling so sluggish? It's just one of those days. I just feel like my body needs more sleep. And the reason for it is because if you wake up after 8 a.m. and later, it does actually have a negative effect. It's really bizarre. It does affect how you feel during the day. So a good tip is to have a good morning routine. For me, I get up at 7:30 every morning. My alarm goes off at 7:30, and that's it. I'm up and about, and I'll just be full of energy for the whole day. So find a time that's good for you to get up in the morning. And then when you get up, have a routine. The first thing I do every morning is I'll wake up at 7:30. I'll make up my bed and open my bedroom curtains. I don't lay in. When my alarm goes off, I turn the alarm off and I get straight up. Straight away I'll get out of bed. I won't lay there. I won't turn the alarm off and then go back to sleep. I get up straight away. That's part of my routine. I open the curtains, make up my bed. I'll go and put the kettle on, go and brush my teeth, sort Barney his breakfast out, make myself a coffee, come and sit in the lounge. I'll have my coffee, I'll give my daughters a call, and I'll start my day. I get my notepad out, I'll start planning my jobs for the day ahead, because I always like to get some jobs done. I like having little jobs to do each day. It keeps me motivated, gives me things to do, and I'll plan my day out. And it come 9 o'clock in the morning, that's when I'll start cleaning, and that's when I get into my daily routine. I have a daily routine. So having a good morning routine is very important. My next tip is to ensure that the environment of the room that you sleep in is just right for you. Make sure it's cozy, it's nice. Make sure the lighting in your bedroom is just right. It's not too bright so it affects your sleep. It's not too dark. It's just right for you. Lighting is so important. Your bed, how comfortable is your bed? How comfortable is your bedding, your pillows? That's important. It all contributes to the sleep that you have. Also, how warm your room is. Is there too much air coming in? Is it too warm? Do you get too hot? What can you do to make your room not so hot or not so cold. What changes can you make? Really look at the environment that you sleep in, and once you get that fixed, you get your lighting fixed, the comfort of the bed that you sleep in, the temperature of the room, how cozy you feel in your room. Once you get that sorted, that will also really help towards your sleep hygiene and the quality of sleep that you have. When you're sorting out the lighting in your room, keep in mind that bright white and blue toned lights actually keep us awake. It stimulates the mind. It really does. That's why phones and screens are not a good plan before bed. It's really important not to go on your phone or have any screen time or computers or anything like that for at least an hour before bed, because that blue toned light really stimulates the brain, and so obviously it makes it harder for you to fall asleep. So replace any blue toned or bright white lights with dim yellow toned lights, because these dim yellow toned lights are what actually helps you to feel sleepy. It makes you feel more drowsy and actually aids you in getting ready for bed. Another factor to keep in mind is the noise. What is the noise like in your room or around you? Do you live in a place that's noisy? Or is there constant ticking? Like, do you have a clock in your room? Is it tick, 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 tick that keeps you awake or that could affect your sleep? So take note of the noises you have, and if there is a noise that keeps you up at night or that may affect the quality of sleep you have, then try to find out ways to rectify that. Another good tip on how to have good sleep at night and how to improve your sleep hygiene is to make sure that you stay well hydrated during the day, because this will really improve your sleep at night. It's funny how these little things, just things such as keeping hydrated, can actually impact the sleep that we have, but it really does. Another important tip is to make sure that you do not go to bed on a full tummy. You really do not want to have a full stomach. Try and eat at least 2 to 3 hours before bed, because this will affect your quality of sleep. Also, try to keep active during the day. The more active you are in the day, the more ready for sleep you'll be. If you're not active and you've just been laying around or not doing much, you'll find it comes to bedtime and it's like your mind just switches on. It wants to just be on, it's alert, and you just lay there and you toss and you turn and you won't be able to get to sleep. But if you're active in the day and you're keeping your brain stimulated, you're keeping your body stimulated, you're being active, you have a much higher chance of having a better night's sleep. Another tip is to avoid caffeinated drinks for at least 2 to 3 hours before going to bed. Caffeine is actually a huge culprit in keeping us awake. Instead, opt for decaffeinated drinks, herbal teas, and other non-caffeinated drinks. Water's really good before bed. Milk, actually warm milk, really does help. So maybe have a nice glass of warm milk. Another good tip is to make sure you have good ventilation in your room. So when you go to sleep, just be sure there's always good ventilation. You could even get what I did is I got a notepad and I wrote down all these things, and I thought, well, let me check my room, and I went around my whole bedroom with my notepad. I said, right, let me take a look. What's the ventilation like? What's my lighting like? What's my pillows like? What's my bed like? And I wrote all these things down, and I even did it over a week, where every night I'd go to sleep, and after about a week I would record each day what I found uncomfortable, what noises kept me up, what disturbed my sleep. I realized one thing for me was Barney, my cat. Oh my goodness. He would jump on the bed, he'd play with his ball, I'll be trying to sleep, then he'd be poking my face, trying to get me to wake up, and he was actually having a big impact on my sleep. Because I was waking up literally every hour because he gets bored, he wants me to play with him. So eventually what I did is I ended up putting him in the lounge and made a nice special little bed for him in the lounge, and that improved my sleep. So just monitor over the course of a week your sleeping habits, what's keeping you up at night, any noises, any distractions, the comfort of your room. And then you can work out what changes need to be made so that you have a better sleep. A little tip is, if you're struggling to fall asleep, give it about 20 minutes or so. If you're still unable to get some sleep, then just get up, maybe make yourself a glass of water or warm milk, and sit in the living room and maybe read a bit of a book. Don't look at your phone. Don't do anything that stimulates your mind. Just do something that helps you to feel a bit more sleepy. And do this for about 20 minutes, then try go back to sleep. And you'll find that that'll probably help you to get to sleep. Another tip is only use your bedroom for sleeping and obviously sex. Do not use your bedroom for watching telly, for daytime activities, or anything other than sleep or sex. In this way, your mind will associate your bedroom with bedtime. So try and avoid your bedroom unless it's bedtime. And establish a good wind down routine. Like I told you, with my wind down routine, it's getting my puzzle books out, turning my phone off, not having any caffeinated drinks. Having a good wind down routine will really help improve your sleep. Yes, so I hope these helpful hints and tips have been helpful. Hope you found them to be helpful. I would make the video longer. There's so much information. I have so much I'd like to share with you on sleep hygiene. I could just go on and on and on. There's so much I could tell you. All different types of teas. Calamine tea, that's another perfect one to have. That really helps. The rooibos, or in England we'll say red bush, but I'm Zimbabwean and we say rooibos. That is decaffeinated tea. That's what I have every night. It's my favorite tea, and it really helps you to rest. There's so many different hints and tips. Do some of your own research on sleep hygiene. You'll be amazed at just how much there is out there. But because obviously I do not want to make this video too long, I'll call it a day here. I'll stop the video here. But do your own research. And once you improve your sleep hygiene, you'll really start to notice that you will feel better in yourself. Your health will improve, and the quality of life will improve. Your relationships and connections will improve because you'll feel better in yourself. You'll be getting on better with others. So thank you for watching. Really enjoyed this walk and talk with you. And until next time, please like, share and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks again. Bye.